good afternoon, good evening, guys. Depending on where you are watching from, welcome to BMS News. If this is your first time of watching our channel, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Also, please don't forget to turn on your notification bell.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
The bone crusher himself.
Yes.
We are here again. It's been more than 2 months now since the appeal courts gave their judgment.
Yes.
And today we are here at the commencement of the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Please, I just want to know from you, how has it been, all this while till these days?
Very nice and very good. There's no problem. The judgment of the court, you are aware, the Election Protection Tribunal has been appealed against. So by Section 285, I think subsection 12 or 13 of the Constitution, 4th Alteration Act, the Supreme Court has 60 days from the date of delivery, from the date of transmission of the record to the Supreme Court to give judgment. So we have filed all our processes, and the brief of argument has been filed by all parties. So it has been going on well. We wait for the Supreme Court to the actions on the substantive appeals. So that's just that.
Okay, so how many appeals do you have today?
Well, there are 2 appeals. One from us for Labour Party and our presidential candidate, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, and one from the Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and the People's Democratic Party. So they have 2 appeals. Even though the judgment of the Election Protection Tribunal at the Court of Appeal was consolidated, several petitions, 3 petitions were consolidated in one judgment. But at the Supreme Court here, separate notices of appeals were filed, so they maintain their independent character and existence. So each of the appeals ought to be considered on its merits. So we have 2 pending appeals pending at the Supreme Court. I wouldn't know whether the AA people appealed, but for me, for my information, there are 2 pending appeals to the best of my knowledge.
All right. Please give us a general feeling. There's this notion that is always been talked about, that the Supreme Court is a court of public policy. And there's also this rumor that the Supreme Court can just even give its judgment today. So please take us through, around that and give us a sense of what that means.
Yeah, it has often been said in a lighter mood that where the Supreme Court stood on a ground, the lower court cannot stand on a different ground, even the general public, even if there's a network. The Supreme Court is final, not because they are infallible, but infallible because they are final. So final, it means that they are the policy court. By Section 235 of the 1999 Constitution, judgment of the Supreme Court is final and seals the dispute between parties. An appeal cannot lie to any other authority, subject to prerogative mercy by the president in case of a criminal matter. And the judgment by Section 287 of the Constitution, Supreme Court as the final court, judgment is binding on all parties. So in most cases, it has happened before that Supreme Court will take an appeal, a substantive appeal like this that has the national character and national importance as a policy court on the public order, public morality, public interest, and for social justice. They can take the appeal today and give judgment on the same day. In most cases, they will just take the appeal after adoption by parties. They will rise and they will come back again. They will rise and come back again to deliver judgment. Deliver judgment in the sense that they may read the full judgment, but in most cases, what they do is to pronounce their position on the appeal, whether the appeal has merit or not, then reserve their reason later. They will say parties should come to so date for their reason to be delivered, but their judgment has been delivered. So that has been so. We are optimistic, that whichever way it is at their discretion. I don't want to blame them, but it has happened before that they took an appeal, and most presidential matters like this that has a lot of importance and public interest and they will deliver judgment immediately and reserve their reasoning later. So,
okay, just one last one. So, what's the general feeling of your legal team?
Of course, we are optimistic. I don't see that on my face. It's written on my face. Even that morning, that morning.
I was about to ask you that. So, how have you been coping? You lost your mother. I know mothers are, people who are very dear to us, people who are just part and parcel of us. So, it's always very painful when one loses his mother. One cannot actually be able to feel that what you feel except you go through that pain. So please, just how have you been coping?
I take consolation from the Lord, on whose strong monopoly the mystery of life and death lies. And consolation from people like you that calls and send messages, and the obedient family and the people of like good people and well wishers. You know, it has been painful. You know, being an only child, and you losing a mother at that age. You know, very close to you as only child. You know, but I'm not alone now because God is there. I have a family, I have children, and she was able to interact with all my children before her untimely demise. So it has been there. I will thank God that we are alive. We are alive. The only reason why I have to be here is because of this overriding interest of fixing Nigeria. Despite the fact that I'm mourning, I'm supposed to be somewhere at home or somewhere, you know, but I choose to be here because of how important this case is, or this appeal that has to do with saving Nigeria, you know, P2B's and Labour Party's appeal, presidential appeal. So I have to be here, despite the fact I'm mourning, but, you know, I have to be here. I can't go to any other matter since I've not gone to any other matter in my office since past 2 weeks. But this one, I said I must come.
Mr. Topo, the Bone Crusher, thank you. It's good having you today at the Supreme Court. You're not even looking, you know, you're taking it like a man. You're all smile, you know, yes, despite what you're passing through. But I just want to inform you, we are in that family together. We are both orphan, and you know, I'm also sending you warm regard from the obedient family.
Thank you.
A lot of them know they've been praying for you, and they will continue to pray, you know, and call, and especially now that the burial is coming.
Yes.
To actually reach them, and I think they will also see this interview. They will actually reach out to you. So thank you, Mr. Bone Crusher. It's nice, you know, meeting you again.
Thank you.
I'm delighted. I'm excited to know that you are in high spirits.
Yes.
You know, keep it up. God is your strength.
And we're also optimistic.
Yes.
Favorable judgment.
Yeah,
from
that
the Supreme
you know.
Court.
Yes, the ultimate goal
Yes.
is for Nigeria to be fixed.
Yes.
And God, in His infinite mercy,
Yes.
will grant us that
Yes.
favor. Nigeria needs to be good
Thank
so that
you.
it will work in our lifetime. So
Thank
thank
you.
you so much.
Thank
I
you.
hope, you know, meeting you again. Thank you for always giving me the opportunity, you know, to hear your legal advice and your legal, to actually draw from your wealth, from the stream, from the aqua of your legal knowledge. So thank you so much,
Thank you, my brother.
the Bone Crusher.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.